Hello, this is Sally Ann. Now hopefully you've seen the first part of this video, which has been to introduce you to the first little birdhouse that I created with the little umbrella, but I showed it to you at that kind of angle so you could see the little umbrella hanging. Well, the point of this second video is to show you in a bit more detail the bits and pieces, but it's a bit more difficult because if I did it this way, you get to see the umbrella, but the angle for everything else may not be too clever. So this is the birdhouse then. This uses this gorgeous paper from American Crafts called Lucky Charm. It's just beautiful paper, and that's the same for the base, but I've used Kaisercraft papaya to match or work with it, and at the top here this is also Lucky Charm paper that I've covered on the chipboard and then cut with a Tim Holtz Pennants die. The whole birdhouse is a pattern I got from Laura Denison on her website, so this is not much by way of originality, but it for me is a first in as much as it whoops, there goes the album, the secret there. It gives just a different kind of project. Now the reason that slipped out was because one of the roof pieces lifts out and you can see the inside of the house there, which I actually painted with some Kaisercraft paints, just so that you weren't looking at bare chipboard on the inside. And then you can see inside the flaps of the roof, if you like. I've decorated those with a few punches, and I can certainly, this is an EK Success arrow punch. This one here, which is beautiful, is a Martha Stewart teardrop punch, which is really nice. And these are punches, by the way, that Laura uses in her pattern suggestion. So again, they were the ones that she did on her original and the one in the pattern that she sells. The flowers here, well, this is a little bit of quilling at work here. For those of you who use the technique, it's a very simple one of just helping you make some flowers that kind of stand out on top of the wing or the roof of the birdhouse, and I put them on both sides. And my husband Fritz just said, but roses don't go on the side of houses. Well, in my world of creativity they do, and I've used a Spellbinders floral foliage punch. Sorry, not even punch, this is a die, Spellbinders die for the leaves there. This front part of the birdhouse is a circle die, an eyelet circle die from Spellbinders, and these two pieces here, the pink tier and the outer tier in dark paper, they're just hand cut in the form of a teardrop. I just adore these little wooden perches. I'm very fortunate in as much as in our community we have some guys who've got some tremendous skills, and I asked one of the guys if he could use his lathe to make me some of these perches that I can put on the front of the birdhouses. So there is the birdhouse, the shell of the birdhouse in detail, to show you, just really kind of giving a frame. The house itself, from the top to the bottom, I think is about 11 and a half inches. I don't know, let me just see if, sorry, the noise, just get my ruler. Yeah, it's about 11 and a half, and it measures across here sort of 6 inches, 15 centimetres in metric. And I decided to put a base on it to finish it off at the base. But in principle, the papers used on this are, as I say, a Lucky Charm by American Crafts, and a little bit of Kaiser. Okay, so that's the birdhouse. Let's have a look at the photo album in a bit more detail. This photo album is again made with chipboard covers that I then covered with Lucky Charm, the 6x6 pad. This is the 12x12 sheet to make the front cover, but inside I used the matching 6x6 paper pad. My mum ages ago gave me some bits of die cut, so I made those into a little flower on the front there with some stamens, and then again there's another Spellbinders foliage leaf there. It's bound together with a bow, and the beauty of this is that actually you can expand with more pages if you wish to. The dilemma is then obviously it might be a bit big to put and store it into your birdhouse, but it is possible. So let's have a look at each page in turn. So by opening it up, there you can see the opening. The blue sheet, or the blue page, has two smaller tags. And again, I've used a real assortment of papers. I couldn't even begin to tell you that these were all bits of scrap. What I will say, there's a little bit of Lucky Charm there from the 6x6 pad. There's a button I put there with a little bit of ribbon. Whoops. So there's a real mixture of all sorts. This is Lucky Charm 6x6 pad. This I think from, I can't even tell you where it's from now, but some pearls there. And then on this one I used some candy, I forget what they're called, bear with me a moment, here we go. Craftwork cards. This is from England. It's just called Candy, and they're like little bit brads, but they're not brads. They just look like effective embellishments. And again, I've used a little button there. And the whole idea of the tags is really good, in as much as it helps you use up all your bits and bobs. This actually looks quite light when I look at the camera, but it's just sort of a dark navy. Then inside, it's sort of like a wallet there, you can see. You have a longer tag, which I've then used a variety of ribbon and fibres to make a tag. So you can put a nice picture there, and again on the back you can put a nice picture. And I've just let sort of imagination and bits of scrap card and paper just find their way to decorate those. Then on the back of the page you've got another place to put more photographs or a sentiment or something like that. On the orange page, let's have a look at these. I've used more of the Lucky Charm. In fact, both of these are the Lucky Charm. A couple of little plastic buttons that I've had for ages and ages. And the shape here, I don't know if I still can get it on I'm working on my desk at the moment. Let me just see if I can get my, sorry about the noise, but I used my lovely chomper, which gives this lovely sort of pattern. You pop that in there like that, and it gives that lovely edge to it that you see on the tags. Yeah. This is a vintage lace heart. Again, I might have that to hand. I can show you that punch. Here we go. That's a Martha Stewart vintage lace punch that I used to decorate the pockets. Again, as suggested in the pattern that Laura gave us. So did I show you this one? That's another variation of a little tag there, just in terms of ideas. And then inside, again, this is the Lucky Charm paper, and that's some I had in my stash, and I just sort of put a little strip of pink card, used a few scraps and what have you, and that goes back into the pocket. Again, more fibres and embellishments. And again, on the back there, use some other bits and pieces that I'd had in my scrapbook. There's a button, little heart-shaped button, more kind of heart shapes. Yeah, just kind of bring it to life. On the pink page, let's have a look here. We've got a little tag, little button, flower thing there. And then on the back, there's a couple of wings that I'd cut with a Sizzix die that I had, the pop-ups, bits of 6x6 pad here. And the best thing about these things, as I say, is to just utilise all your bits and pieces that you never know, you don't want to throw away, but you never know quite how you're going to use them until you use them. And then there's this one here. Again, another little flower with a diamante in the middle. Claire, I have to say, my sister in the UK, has just sent me some lovely little Kaisercraft, interesting, from the UK, and they're here for sale in Australia, but there you go. So she sent me some little rhinestones. And again, that's sort of some scrap paper. And these are the two ends off a decorative edge die, the lantern and flagpole die. So I'll pop those on there. And the pink one, pink embellishments, a little bit of paper. And again, these are some flowers that I'd made and had handy somewhere. So I'll just pop those on. But great for capturing sentiments or photographs or whatever you want, really. Yeah. Okay. And then the next page, and there's the back of the pink page. Then this page, you've got again a little tag there. And again, I used some of those rhinestones that I had for ages, and just pop them. Here's some pearls. This is a little Carl Punch Sakura, I think that is, just to make some flowers there. And then I put a bit of ribbon on the side, just 2 strips of thin ribbon. And then here, I think I may have invaded some of my 6x6 paper pads here, just to put something that I thought would be nice on there. And that one just keeps popping out, so we'll put him back in. And there's a little triangle there. Did I show you the... Yes, I did show you that one. Problem with age, you forget things, don't you? Then on the green page is 2 more little tags, sort of in keeping with... this is a little bit of scrap from first edition papers that I've used. A little embellishment, a couple of hearts actually with the centre of these punches here from the yellow page. I just thought I'd utilise those. This is a bit of a scrap off of another die that I had, the pearl. You see that pearl there? And then some more ideas. The trick really is to make the tags interesting, but obviously inspire people to put some photographs. Here, this is a deco, another Martha Stewart deco fan. I don't know if I've got it out here. No, it's not to hand. Deco fan punch, more of the 6x6 paper pad. Here's a bird that I cut out and had in my stash pre-cut from one of the Sizzix decorative strip dies. More paper. I'll pop that there. And more space there. I'll put a little tag on this time. In the yellow page, I've got some buttons that I put onto the insert there. Little tag. Little, I don't know what those are, little squiggle embellishments they were in my button box. So. And again, the little yellow hearts from the inside I put there with little dots just in the middle. You can see the little dots. On this side, mixture of all sorts of things to be used on that. But a great way to use scraps life was better with you in it. That's a sentiment, I suspect, from a paper pad. That's the yellow. There you go, there's a mixture there. Used this paper and then laid it with a little bit of something else. And then on the back, did the same kind of thing. Just really try to make the tags, you know, a bit interesting. And that's the back of the yellow page. There you can see. And that's the album. It's an opportunity for, you know, putting lots of photographs in, and hides nicely away. Let's just get the birdhouse. Once you open the flap, that sits, oops, it's just come out, but I'll find a home for that in a minute. Just sits nicely, stored away in your birdhouse. There's an unusual way of keeping your photographs. Now I may actually make this as a present for one of the children, so it may go to Tiffany or but I haven't really decided yet, which is why I'm not writing it up on my blog yet, because obviously she reads my blog and I don't want her to see it. But the potential is there for all sorts of purposes. Something you want to keep, or something that you want to give away as a present. So there we go, birdhouse number 1. I'll now start the other video for the other birdhouse which I talked about. See you soon. Bye.